The great thing about UX awards, and I actually didn't realize that there were so many of them, is that we're not just talking about screen-based design. It's really about any type of interactivity between humans and computers. And I've seen a lot of the projects that you're going to see later on this evening, and there's some really great work. I think even at our meetups at Speculative Futures, it's really great to come to these things and get inspired about how design has a role and impact not only socially, but culturally, environmentally, bringing societies together, teaching new things to cultures, healing the sick, all these kind of places. I believe that as we're always looking at the future, that design is going to be very important in other sciences, social sciences, biology, synthetic biology, biotech. All these places are going to need us as a key role for research, for investigation, and I think that's one of the best things. That's what I enjoy about coming to these award ceremonies, is seeing kind of the breadth of what we are doing as an industry all over the world. With that, I'd like to introduce the founder, Beverly May, of the UX Awards.
Thanks everyone for coming out, and just give us a second here. For those who are going to be speaking today, you're going to experience this super fast hot swap as well. So I'll be one of the guinea pigs. Okay, is that working? This one is not. I just wanted to take a few minutes while everyone's here to just talk about a few trends. I had originally planned to talk about how I like to evangelize UX through training and education, which has been one of the things that I've been doing a lot of the last few years. And I decided instead to use this time to just show a few trends that happen from the data. We actually put this together, part of it, literally last night. And I see some folks in the audience who help with this research. So some people will know some of these results. But what we have done is we've taken a retrospective of the last 7 years of data for the UX Awards, and we've tried to analyze it. And we tried to add the 2017 entries insofar as we were able to show some results. So just FYI, we got submissions from all over the world and all over the US and North America. And one of the things that's interesting is we ask, as the applicants know, how much experience the most senior UX person on your team has. And what we found in 2017 is there's still a trend. The blue are the winners and the aqua are the entrants. So what you're looking for is how those compare. And you can see that the majority of winners in 2017 still had 20 plus years of experience for the most senior person on the team. But there was also a good number this year that had 10 to 14. If we go back to the prior UX Awards, which was 2 years ago, you can see there was a much more linear trend where experience directly correlated with winning an award. And that was certainly the case in 2014. So what does this mean exactly? I'm not sure. I think it means that there's a broader evangelism and understanding of UX that's being filtered down into folks who are not as senior, which is good for us as an industry because it buoys us all up. But there's definitely a trend there. A couple other things. For those who applied, we asked you how big your team was and how long projects last. The average is about 6 to 8 months for the applicants. And the size of the UX teams tend to be small. You can see 70% are under 4 people for all of our applicants this year, whereas the project team is averaging, give or take, around 10 to 19. It's a big bucket, but so we did analyze a bunch of factors that go into what makes something award-winning. And this slide actually includes the 2017 data. And what you want to see here is how the yellow, which is the winners, compare to the gray, which is the non-winners. we have 22 factors here. I don't have time to go through all this, and I talk about this often at other conferences, so I'm sure you'll see this, and we'll share this data too. But you can see that there's a few things here that have a bigger delta between the winners and non-winners. And so if we pull those out, these are the factors that really directly correlate to winning an award across all the years of data that we've got. The most important, it turns out, is actually the visual design and aesthetic, followed by an impressive product and something that's intuitive and functional, simple, shows the craft of UX, and shows UX in new realms. Those are the top ones. We also saw this going up to 2017, that the overall quality on the baseline factors we look at is going up. And we didn't get a chance to add the 2017 data to this one, but here was where we were correlating across all the factors that we looked at. But you can see up to 2015, there was still an upward trend there for both applicants and winners. So what does all this mean? Across our 22 factors, I like to look at it like spices in a recipe. Some folks can add a little of this, some can add a little bit of that. You need a top chef to really make it taste good. You can't just follow a cookbook. But getting a cookbook will get you a good ways there. And so it's very similar. If we want to be Thomas Keller at per se and really, make it fantastic, what we need to do is we've created this winning recipe here at the UX Awards. And the winning recipe is you have a great product, a fantastic process, you do something that's simple, that's highly creative, that shows great craftsmanship, wonderful storytelling, and has an impact. If you do that, then that's what we have determined from the data makes something award-winning. So we're going to see 21 award-winning projects today. So I'm done with my presentation, and I appreciate everyone coming. You'll hear from me again plenty this evening during the evening program. So I don't know who's up next. Carolyn, come on up. Thank you.